Yo, 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 grown man Benny. Like and subscribe, man. Run it up, run it up, run it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? Y'all jump on in here, man. Yeah, we talking about reclaiming our peace, man. Oh man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, Do what's best for you. If that's what you like, if that's what's best for your life, that's what's up. But yeah, we talking about peace today, man. You know what I'm saying? Reclaiming your peace. Doing what's best for you, learning how to say no, and stop giving people energy. Stop letting other people drive you to do what's best for you. You got to search within yourself to do what's best for you. You got to do what works for you. Don't hold on to stuff that don't work. Don't hold on to people that don't work in your life. You know? How how much you got to ask yourself, how much do you want your life to be at peace? Are you looking to have a girlfriend or a wife? Are you looking for peace? You could have both. But what up with it, man? What up, Jason? We talking about reclaiming our peace, man. We talk about, doing what's best for us. And forgive those people who came in your life and they got a piece of your life, they got a piece of your brain that you always focusing on. That don't got nothing to do with you. You gotta do what's best for you. You gotta be a stand-up man. A part of a man, part of our whole makeup is being a problem solver, man. You know what I mean? You have to be a problem solver. And the best way for me to problem solve is by focusing on me. I gotta focus on what works for me. You know what I'm saying? And reclaiming my peace. You know what I'm saying? And being able to do what's best for me, being able to look myself in the mirror and tell myself, nah, man, it ain't all her fault or it ain't all their fault. It's my fault because I accepted people in my life that wasn't cool. I'm not here to bash nobody. I don't care about bash. See, once you get to a place where you start understanding life, you start realizing that it's not my job to label the next person on what they is and what they ain't. You just don't work for what I'm trying to do in my life. We just can't coexist. And that's okay. That don't mean I don't love you. That don't mean I don't got love for you. I could love you to death, but I can't let you in my bubble. I don't have no feelings towards you. I don't even have to be mad at you or none of that. I could just say, you know what? The way you live in your life or The way that we communicate with each other is not fitting for what I'm trying to do with my life, or it's not fitting for me. That don't work. Have you ever heard somebody, and I done heard women say, that just don't work for me. Sometimes you just gotta tell a person, man, that just don't work for me, man. Love thyself, therefore you can love your others. Yeah, you right. And I think, see, people so busy trying to blame the next person for why stuff don't work, or why you get into an argument. It's their fault, it's their fault. Nah, man, we just had a disagreement, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the end of the world. I'm not here to judge the way you think. I can only think the way I think. And I can only add people in my life that fits the narrative of my life. And I know the quickest way for me to like get over like breakups, for me to get over the bad people that's been in my life, is I had to look myself in the mirror and always try to upgrade myself, and always try to give myself confidence, and always try to look at myself as like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why didn't I pay attention to the signs that person showed me? I should have cut them off a long time ago. When people hurt me, a lot of times I seen signs that they was gonna hurt me before they actually hurt me. But I didn't have enough confidence in myself to walk away when I know I should have walked away. I can't, because a lot of people deal with trauma. A lot of people got stuff going on in their life or in their head that makes them the way they are. It's not my job to even care about that. I have to care about what's best for me, what's best for mine, what's best for my children, what's best for my life. Like right now, I'm taking care of my mom. My mom need help with literally everything. She can't even walk no more. I can't have nobody come around me that's gonna disrupt that. I have to have positivity in my life. It's not even an option anymore. It gotta be peaceful. It gotta be positive, because the battle that I got in life, I need people that truly love me, man. Where are you seated now? Yeah, man. I'm in my car right now, man. Just going live real quick, man. I'm taking care of my mom, so she got the speech therapist over here, and they trying to help her. So right now I got a little break, so I figure, man, I might as well just talk to y'all for a second. I know I don't go live a lot. I've been dealing with a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? But I just thought that I would share that, because I'm seeing that a lot of people are holding on to like these dark clouds, and and it's like they don't see themselves. They're not looking at what they actually look like to the world. And you gotta want peace. You gotta want positivity. You gotta stop worrying about how other people are and worry about how you are. Worry about your flaws. All you could do is fix yourself. Where are you, dear? Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area, Richmond, California. But yeah, you got the only person that you could fix is yourself. You can't fix nobody else. It's not your job to diagnose nobody else. It's not your job to tell nobody else how to live. You have to live the right way. It starts with you. Now, if you live in the right way and somebody want to come into your life and they really care about you, they really love you, they really want to be a part of that, then you have to examine them and make sure that that fits with what you got going on. See, a lot of times you'll meet somebody and it didn't work, and you'll just think, man, this person is horrible or whatever. No, they just got a different, they don't fit in your life. Their vibe, their energy don't match your energy. And a lot of times, you'll stress yourself out more by worrying about what kind of person they are, or worrying about if they good or bad. No, it just don't work for you. See, have you ever been with a female that, like, okay, when the relationship over, just say the relationship over. Have you ever like got out of a relationship? And I know a lot of people, they can't move on with somebody until they got somebody else. I never been that type of person. I've always been the type of person that'll walk away if it don't work for me. And sometimes I used to take too long to walk away because I was scared of saying no. And at one point in my life, I used to always blame other people for stuff. Oh, it's your fault. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have faked on me. You shouldn't have cheated on me. You shouldn't have lied to me. Nah, I should have seen the signs and walked away a long time ago. I shouldn't have accepted that. See, the quickest way for a person, even like people be like, man, you got to check her. Man, you got to check her. No, you don't. The only way you check her is by not dealing with bad behavior. When a person is being in a mindset where they got bad behavior going on, you got to get that you got to separate yourself from that. I done had to separate myself from friends that I knew my whole life. I done had to separate myself from family that I love to death just for my peace. You know, because I believe that, okay, if I separate myself, you know, if I separate myself from you to work on myself, sometimes you can come back together with a person and you don't lose that relationship, whether that's a friend, whether that's family, whether that's a relationship. Sometimes you just got to learn how to separate yourself and learn how to work on yourself. Every day, a man should be looking himself in the mirror and saying, how can I get better today? What can I do to work on my flaws and my character? See, while y'all sitting there looking at the next person's flaws, I'm looking at my flaws. I'm looking at what's wrong with me today. How do I feel? You know, and a lot of this I learned when I was getting clean off drugs. I learned this in rehab. I learned how to look myself in the mirror. Stop faulting everybody. I learned how to work on myself. So every day I wake up and I say, how do I feel today? And I take it from there. If I'm hurting, if I don't feel good, if I feel a little depressed, if I feel a little sad, if I'm tired, I examine myself first because my peace is what matters to me. See, I've dealt with depression. So when you deal with depression and stuff like that, you know, like, okay, you got to pay attention. And that's why it's good that I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing, because I don't cover up my feelings. I don't cover up my emotions. I know exactly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you have to live your life. You have to ask yourself, how bad do you want peace? Is you having peace worth more than you having a relationship? Is you having peace worth more than you having a girlfriend? Is you having peace worth more than having sex? You got to ask yourself that, because you got to know what's important in your life. You know, some people, they go their whole life and they don't think about what's important in their life, what's important to them. Like, what's important? What's your legacy? Like, what do you plan on being with your life? Like, what are you called for? What are you called to do? I know me, I'm a helper. I always nurse people back to health. Like, I'm like a somebody who cares for people. I have a big heart. So that's my best quality. I know whenever I meet somebody, I know that my best quality is my heart. So since I know that my best quality is my heart, and I know what I'm bringing, what I'm putting out there in the world, I look for people in my life that has a similar heart. Like, that's the most valuable thing to me. If I'm trying to meet a woman, instead of me paying attention to her words, instead of me paying attention to her beauty, I pay attention to her heart. Because I vibe better with people with good hearts. I vibe better with people with empathy. I vibe better with people I know that will give me the shirt off their back, just like I would do. I get the shirt off my back. If I see somebody cold, I'm gonna try to offer my jacket like that. If I see an older lady that can't really walk or whatever, I'm gonna try to help her walk across the street. That's who I am. You know, I'm a genuine person. I have empathy. And a lot of times, you know, my biggest downfall was I didn't want to tell nobody no, because I was always concerned about hurting somebody's feelings. I would always worry about, okay, when I was doing bad, you know, nobody was there for me. So I would be with the wrong people because I knew they wasn't right for me. I didn't want to hurt them, or I didn't want to say no to them. So I would either avoid them when they asked me for something that I didn't want to give, or I would just like always say yeah. Like, I would hardly say no, because my heart, you know, my heart won't allow me to do certain stuff. My heart won't allow me to turn my back on you. My heart won't allow me to be evil. That's not who I am. That's not how I was made. God put me on earth for a reason. I got a purpose. And my purpose is to spread love and positivity. When I leave this earth, when people come to my funeral, I want people to say, man, Bruce was a good guy. He get a shirt off his back. He was always there for his friends, for his family. Any female I ever dealt with, I don't ever want them to ever think that I'm evil, that I hate them or nothing, because I don't hate nobody. I literally don't hate nobody. And when you get to a point in your life where you don't hate nobody, where you don't have no hatred in your heart, that's when you can move around. See, my flaws I work on, my depression I work on, things that I need to change, I'm working on it. I'm trying to come with a plan to better myself every day. And I think if everybody just examined themselves and looked themselves in the mirror and admitted to themselves, look, man, I got flaws, I think that the world would be better, and they wouldn't attract the wrong kind of people, because they already know what they good at, what they bad at. See, a lot of people, you ask them like, okay, what's your flaws? It's some people out there that say, I ain't got no flaws. It ain't no human on this earth that ain't got no flaws. It ain't no human on this earth that can't work on something. I don't care if you're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, you probably a shitty person. So you probably need to work on having empathy. You probably need to work on humbling yourself. Everybody could work on something, man. So, I just thought I'd share that, because I'm seeing like all on the internet. I'm seeing like everywhere, like everybody's trying to put a label on everybody. Everybody's trying to come with some kind of thing that's like everybody's pointing the finger at everybody else, instead of looking themselves in the mirror and saying, you know what? It's me. Sometimes it's you, and that's okay, man. As a man or as a female, as a human being, you're going to make mistakes. As a human being, you're going to hurt somebody's feelings every now and then. As a human being, you're not going to do everything right. And a lot of times, the stuff you think you're doing, the stuff that you think that, okay, yeah, I got this all figured out. A lot of times you just need to admit to yourself you don't know. And I think it's not enough people saying, man, I don't know. I don't got the answers, man. I'm just messed up. I need help. You rarely ever see somebody say, I need help. I rarely ever see somebody say to me, man, you know what, man, I ain't feeling good today, man. Or man, I'm in pain behind the last relationship I had. Or I'm in pain behind something my mom did to me. Or I got trauma behind the way I was raised or whatever. You hardly ever see people asking for help online. Everybody got it figured out. Everybody is this know-it-all, and they know everything and all that, man. Don't nobody know everything, man. We lost because nowadays everybody's following trends. So it's hard to meet genuine people. Nobody's genuine because don't nobody know how to be genuine. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how to be genuine, because the people that think they know, sometimes a person could be too prideful to say, man, you know what? I'm hurting, man. I haven't got over I haven't got over my uncle dying, or I haven't got over my wife leaving me, or I haven't got over my cousin falling out with me, or I haven't got over me being broke and me not having no money, or I haven't got over me losing my kids to the system, or I haven't got. A lot of times you got to admit that you in pain, that you hurting, and you got to want peace. And a part of wanting peace is figuring yourself out. Get to know yourself. Get to know who you are. Put the internet down for a minute and look yourself in the mirror and get to know who you are. Like, take a whole day and just really examine yourself sometimes. Sometimes I go whole days without talking to nobody. I don't talk to nobody or nothing. The most I might do is maybe look at a Jordan video, like on the new shoes or something, or I might listen to something that's educational, or I might just sit alone and just don't do nothing. You got to examine yourself. You got to get to know what you are. You got to get to know who you are. You got to get to know what's your purpose. You got to get to know why you put on this earth. You got to get to know what's your biggest flaws. What's your biggest assets. Say you want a woman right now, okay, you in love, or you want to you want to have a family or whatever, and you looking for the meek Mrs. Right. You got to know where you stand. You got to know what you like, what you don't like. You got to know what you looking for. If you don't know that, if somebody come to you, right, say you try to have a wife or whatever, and you know, okay, I'm trying to get married, but you got bad credit. You got to work on that bad credit. You can't go out and buy a house with a bad credit, right? It's the same in life. Instead of pointing the finger at everybody else, you should be working on yourself. Like me, I had bad credit, and that was always something that used to always bother me. Like I used to always feel like, okay, like it wasn't the fact that I had bad credit. It's the fact that my credit wasn't that good. And it's the fact that I never really understood what credit was. And I never, even like, so I used to want like a real relationship. Like even now, like I kind of, I'm looking forward to getting married one day and having a family and stuff. But the thing that I think about as far as me having a family and me meeting Mrs. Right, I'm not worried about if I'm going to meet Mrs. Right. I'm worrying about if I'm going to have all my ducks in a row so that I can demand the kind of woman that I deserve to be with. I can't demand the kind of woman that I deserve to be with if I ain't getting my stuff together. I got to work on me before I can judge somebody else and tell them how they can fit in my life. So if I want somebody to come into my life that's serious, that's positive, that's adult, mature, whatever, I have to be serious, positive, adult, and mature. I can't be sitting here still hanging on to my last relationship and be hurt and bitter and pain and whatever, and then I'm taking that to the next woman so she can deal with my pain and my hurt. Because you don't want that in your life. You don't want a woman to come in your life that still got pain from her last relationship. So you got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how to move forward. And a lot of times, the best way to move forward from a person, from a relationship, from a person that you loved, is to say, you know what? It just didn't work out. Not, oh, you cheated on me. You was people, they want to do this. Oh, they was a serial cheater. Like whenever you ask somebody, you might be on a date and you ask the woman, okay, so what happened with your last relationship? Oh, he was this, he was that, he was an abuser. He was he was all, like they have all these labels for what the next person was. Instead of just saying, you know what, it just didn't work out. See, women they want me to elaborate. Like when I go out on dates, a woman will want me to elaborate on, basically she will want to know, like, okay, why didn't your last relationship work out? And I would always say, we just wasn't meant to be. And sometimes it's no explanation needed. We just wasn't meant to be. We just didn't fit in each other's life. And that's cool. I don't care if she cheated on me. I don't care what happened. We didn't work. Our vibe didn't match. Our energies didn't match. I don't hate nobody. Watching my uncle pass away and my uncle getting sick and whatever, and I watched him I watched him wither down, and I watched all the women he had in the past. He always used to like the younger women or whatever. So, but the one woman that he was avoiding his whole life that he was with before, she was the one that was sitting by him on his deathbed. She the one that was rubbing his feet. She the one that was handling his business. That one person that he didn't want to be with, or that he thought that he didn't want to be with. That's the one he ended up with when he died. So it's not me burning bridges. Like, I'm not here to burn no bridge. I don't care, man. I don't care enough. If something don't work, it don't work. I'm not even, if somebody asks me about one of my exes, I'm not finna say, man, she just a bad person, man. She just, man, like, nah, it just didn't work. I wish her the best. See, sometimes people throw that word around, man, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. But do you really wish somebody the best? Do you really wish that person that might have hurt you? Do you really wish them the best? See, that's when you at peace. When you got hurt by somebody and they hurt you, and you got over them so much that you really wish them the best. Like, I really wish every ex that I ever had in my whole life the best. I don't want none of them to get sick. I don't want none of them to hurt. I don't want none of them to suffer because of how they was in our relationship. Like, I genuinely wish you the best. I genuinely wish you find the man that's right for you. It's crazy because if I see that somebody not right for me, I'll get out your life just so you can find the man that is right for you. That's a real man. That's when you know you're growing as a person. I wasn't always like this. I used to carry that hate in my heart. I used to carry that anger in my heart because I felt like everybody was shitting on me. I felt like everybody had did me wrong. At one point in time, I felt like everybody did me wrong. I felt like everybody that encountered my life did me wrong. I felt like it was all their fault. I don't care who it was. It could have been my mama. I ain't trust nobody. I felt like everybody did me wrong. I felt like the world owed me something. I felt like people owed me something. I'm going to demand my respect. I'm going to be mean to people. I'm going to live my life to where it's like people could hardly talk to me because I'm going to be so mean to them. I had to let that go. Because I got a son I'm raising. I got a 16-year-old son right now. He looking at me. He called me the other day and told me how his mom be picking these no good dudes, man. I told him, I said, you know what? That's her life. I said, right now, you 16 years old, you in the prime of your life. Don't let nobody screw that up for you. I told him, don't let me, don't let your mama, don't let nobody screw that up for you. You go to school, you play football, you ball out, and you do you. Use that as motivation to where it makes you go harder in life. So you ain't got to be in that same situation. If he putting his hands on your mom or whatever, and as cold as this might be, you call the police. Cause me and you gotta worry about you. I gotta worry about you. You my son. And I know you love your mama. But sometimes you might have to walk away. Don't throw your freedom away behind your mama and she don't know how to choose the right man. You throw your freedom away, you do something to this dude, now they lock you up under the jail, and then she end up getting right back with this dude. So yeah, man. I just thought I'd go live, man, and I thought I'd speak life into whoever might listen or whoever might need this. You know what I'm saying? I see too many times everybody's labeling everything, everybody trying to self-diagnose themselves, and everybody trying to act like they got the answers and all this. Man, don't nobody got the answers, man. Don't nobody got the answers, man. Don't let nobody tell you they got the answers to nothing. These people don't got the answer to life. Life ain't something you could have the answers to. You got to worry about yourself and what's the best for you. Do what's best for you. And that don't mean just go around hurting people or whatever, but just bring people into your life that fits in that circle. See, a lot of times people want to put a square into a circle. Man, that square ain't gonna fit in that circle. My bubble is like this. Everybody in my bubble do like this. Ain't nobody in my bubble that make a square. Everybody in my bubble make a small bubble like this. It's like when you go. Remember how you used to play with the little racing cars when we used to. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember that, but the car would go around like this, and that car would stay within and inside those tracks. See, I always played with the ones that did like this. I didn't play with the ones. Remember they used to have. Then they made the tracks where, like the Hot Wheel tracks, where you could go around the circle and then you jump off that cliff. I never liked it those. I always wanted the Hot Wheel track that go around and round and round. When that car go off the track, that's when you got to change the car. See, it's just like in NASCAR racing or whatever. When you see that a car crash, sometimes a person got to pull out the race. Sometimes that crash is too much and they got to pull out that race. When you see something that's crashing, you pull out that race. You don't say, oh man, it's people that want to, oh man, it's something, like it was something wrong. Like the people that made the wheels, it's the people that made the engine, it's the people that made this, it's the people that, no, it was the driver. The car was well made, it was the driver. The driver should have slowed down when they hit that turn. The driver tried to do too much by cutting in front of that other car, cutting it too close, and got the back of they thing hit. But that's life, man. Everything got to fit. And when that car get to running off the track, man, you got to bring that car in for service, man. So when you running off your track, when you that car that's running off the track, don't be afraid to go take your car to get service. Don't be afraid to change those tires. Don't be afraid to change out the engine, to put new parts in the engine to make that car run. Your car got to run. Until the day that you take your last breath, your car got to run. Everything is telling you how life works. You don't take care of your body, you get sick. You don't take care of your mind, you go crazy. Don't let your car run off the road, man. Don't let other people come in and bump you off the road. You got to stay on the road. You got to stay on track. It's not your job to worry about the way their car is designed. You got to worry about your car and the way your car is designed. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all following me, if y'all dealing with me, I'm finna always give it to you raw. I'm finna always give it to you straight, man. Worry about your car. Stop worrying about the designs of somebody else's car, man. That's their car. If they gonna run it into the ground, if they gonna rev it up so high that the engine explode, man, that's their car, man. Don't worry about that. Worry about modifying your car, upgrading your car, putting the right gas in there, putting the right oil in there, letting your car run for a long time. But yeah, man, that's just some shit that I decided, man, I talk about today, man. Because, man, we got to start focusing on peace and love. We got to start focusing on self-improvement with us. We got to start focusing on reading the red flags of somebody that you might come across and they showing you red flags, or they showing you they don't care about you as much. Don't stress your brain about why they don't care about you. They just, don't stress your brain about that. Don't stress your brain about, oh man, I really love this woman and I'm trying to do whatever I can to get her to just love me the right way. Sometimes, man, she just ain't the one, man. And I'm so much at peace, man. I take something that looks a little like they always used to say, oh man, some people like my uncle used to say, man, I chose the beauty over the duty. And whenever sometimes you choose the beauty over the duty, and that's what gets you in the hole. That's what gets you in a place that you mess your life up. A lot of times it ain't always about the beauty. I mean, I ain't saying deal with somebody that just, that you're not attracted to at all. But a lot of times, man, you might have a girl that she cool. She got all the good qualities. She nice to you. She really love you. You know what I'm saying? But your attraction level is not all the way there, but you could rock with her. Or you might have somebody that's totally beautiful on the outside. Like, man, she ain't got no hairs out of place. She weighed the perfect body type, the perfect size. She got the perfect smile. Her fingernails always done. Her toes always done. She wear that dress so well. Like, she just beautiful to you, like drop dead gorgeous. But she just don't respect you. That's not the one for you. Forget about what's wrong with her and how can I get her to respect me. And no, she just not for you, man. But if anybody, had time to listen to me, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. And I know The live was kind of dead a little bit today, man. You know, I just had something on my mind that I felt like. Yeah, man. Shit, my bad, man. My phone had overheated. It's hot out here. I had it in the sun for too long. Shit, man, it was good talking to y'all, man. Y'all like it, subscribe, tap in, Grown Man Benny. You know, Big Game Benny. You know what I mean? Run it up, run it up, run it up. You know what I mean?